Part 3. Ocean Acidification and Changes in the U.S. Pacific Northwest. Ocean acidification, caused by the ocean's consumption of atmospheric carbon dioxide, is actively decreasing ocean pH levels, and therefore increasing the acidity and temperature of ocean waters. Upwelling, lacking nutrient provisions, and freshwater and pollutant dumping all contribute to the increasing rate of ocean acidification. According to a recent study, the American Pacific Northwest is a prime example of regional vulnerability due to the effects of ocean acidification. Ocean acidification wreaks havoc on marine life, which translates to humans in the Pacific Northwest by impacting long-standing fishing and exporting commerce. Some of the most vulnerable populations in marine wildlife include echinoderms, corals, fisheries, and mollusks. These populations are deemed more vulnerable because of their reliance on calcium carbonate for shell and skeletal development. During the process of atmospheric carbon dioxide combining with ocean waters, carbonic acid is formed, at which point several other reactions will occur that eventually require the use of free-floating oceanic carbonate ions that would typically be used to grow calcium carbonate shells. Recognizing that the oyster trade in the Pacific Northwest is one of the largest and longest-standing forms of employment and trade in the region, indicates that ocean acidification will impact many communities by decreasing jobs and businesses, and furthermore may impact smaller communities by decreasing affordable food options. Efforts to slow the effects of ocean acidification have broadly been researched in the field of geoengineering, but most options raise many concerns about oceanic ecological impacts and whether more harm than good will come from their implementation. In contrast, a recent report showed supportive evidence in the habit of growing seagrass and kelp beds at the local community level, which is capable of sucking carbon dioxide from the ocean waters and therefore reduce the effects of ocean acidification to some extent. In conclusion, efforts to reduce the amount of atmospheric carbon dioxide must be made at the human activity level, while local efforts to grow beds of seagrass and kelp will help improve existing ocean acidification and aid in future reactions.